What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 44. Wow, we are making some serious progress, aren't we? And yeah, it's a Capital One Cup game against Arsenal to start us off. Now, it was a couple of episodes ago, I think it was the Capital One Cup first leg at the Emirates, in which we destroyed Arsenal by 5-2. So I obviously put my backup team out, but I tell you what, man, Arsenal, despite the hefty aggregate lead we had on them, they were not going to give up and just sort of play dead. They were attacking from the first minute, and 4 minutes in, Thomas Vermaelen heads home a Jack Wilshere corner and makes it 1-0 to Arsenal. I was thinking, oh, you know, Jesus, I may have played too weak of a side, and Arsenal may actually be able to rescue this game. But like I said, they were dominated from the start, man. It was crazy. This was Robinho going through here, playing Walcott in, but he hits the side of the net. Should have put the ball in the back of the net there. But you know, from the first minute, it was all Arsenal, and I got to be honest, I was really worried. You know, coming into this game, this is a great save by Gaza. Coming into this game, I was thinking, yeah, it doesn't matter if we lose this game, we're going to go for anyway. But when we started this game, I had no idea how well Arsenal were going to play, and they were on top for the entire game. Cazorla's shot saved by Gaza, and Robinho puts this ball wide. It was offside anyway, but yeah, it was an absolute sitter. But I was thinking to myself, wow, seriously, we can't just sit back and let them attack, because they are going to find the back of the net enough times to level the score up on aggregate. But in the 25th minute, after Robinho's sitter from the offside position, we went up the pitch here with Stuart Downing, who cut past Sagna. He found Ngu. He skipped past Thomas Vermaelen. Lovely piece of dribbling. Eventually played the ball into the back of the, I was going to say back of the net, back of the box. And there is John Taylor, who scores his first Liverpool goal since signing from Shrewsbury. So I was absolutely, absolutely delighted about that. And that made it 1-1. That settled the nerves, really. That really did make me think that we don't need to worry too much. But when Martin Kelly gave the ball away here, God, I hate Martin Kelly in real life. Arsenal almost paid for our mistakes. No. Almost made us pay for our mistakes, that's right. But the ball went over the bar. But Frimpong here, who was obviously looking for revenge after he, you know, unjustifiably got sent off in the first leg, eventually was part of this Arsenal build-up where the ball hit the side of the net, and unfortunately they were unable to put themselves right back in the tie. This is Robinho going through here. He held off Martin Kelly, played the ball into Gervinho. Gervinho held off Jack Robinson, went through 1-on-1, and what an absolute sitter by the Ivory Coast winger. And that remains still 1-1. So I was thinking, yep, there's only a few minutes to go. I mean, we're through to the Capital One Cup final now. However, with just quarter of an hour to go, Theo Walcott fizzed the ball in, and there was Robinho to make it 2-1 to Arsenal. They still needed a few more goals. It still wasn't going to be enough, but as things were going, they had a very, very good chance of levelling the score up on aggregate. But with just 5 minutes to go, Jordan Henderson found Danny Pacheco. He slid through. Jordan Taylor, it was 5 on the goalkeeper, but John Taylor, who was just signed for us, wanted to show me exactly what he can do if he gets a constant run in the first team. It's a lovely double stepper over and finish, and that made it 7-4 on aggregate, and any chance of Arsenal coming back and actually managing to take this game to extra time were surely over at that stage. However, straight from kickoff, they did manage to go up the field and score. Cazorla to Diaby. Diaby crossed the ball in, and it was a free volley for Theo Walcott, and he took full advantage of that, and he made it, I think it was it 3-2 at this stage for Arsenal and 7-5 on aggregate? Yes, it was. Arsenal doing whatever they could to get themselves back in the game, but there just wasn't enough time. And straight from kickoff, I didn't want to lose the game on the night, so straight from kickoff, John Joe Shelby played in Suso. He went 1-1. He completely messed it up, but the ball somehow found its way to Danny Pacheco, and the young Spaniard made it 3-3 on the night. And on aggregate, an incredible tie in the semi-final at the Capital One Cup, which finishes over 2 legs. Liverpool 3, Arsenal 3, and on aggregate, Liverpool 8, Arsenal 5. So what an incredible tie. That was an absolutely awesome tie, and we're through to the Capital One Cup final, where we'll be taking on Newcastle United. Reece Bennett accepts the contract offer, so I'm delighted with that. He's going to come and join the side, which is awesome news. And also, you see Blackburn accept a transfer offer of £2 million for Jordan Slew. So that's awesome stuff. 6'3", absolutely rapid. Can't wait to sign him, and he's of course English, which I like. So that is really good news for me. So Slew looks like he's going to be signing for us anytime soon. Barcelona declined to do business with us over Jose Reina, which is great for me because I don't want to get rid of him. But Jordan Slew does actually turn down the contract offer the first time I offer it for him, and I think I needed to give him a squad status. I think that was it. Was it the squad status I needed or more money? Squad status or more money? Squad stats, yeah, squad rotation, because he's not going to be any more than that, but even so, if he accepts that, I'm going to be perfectly fine. But transfer deadline day comes about, and the first email we get is Jordan Slew accepting the contract, so I'm absolutely delighted about that because Slew is a great player. He's absolutely rapid and he's going to be the pace merchant I bring off the bench when I'm struggling. But we still had about 15 million to spend, so I went into the transfer market, wanted to sign Jan and Villa because I'm a big fan of Villa, both in real life and the game. But obviously we didn't have too much money, so I had to offer a swap deal. And like I said before, Villa's a great player. And one player I'm not fond of, both in real life and in the game, is Lucas Leiva. I'm not entirely sure why, but I just don't like the guy. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is, but I just don't like him. So I offered, I think it was 6 million plus Lucas. Was it? 5.5 million plus Lucas, okay. Hoping that Stab Rene would accept it, but it was one of those annoying things really where I didn't get an email. I mean, you know, you can see it there, negotiation status, waiting counter offer. Well, why not email me and let me know? Come on, man, seriously. But yeah, we went back to the transfer offer, and I think I offered 7.5 million plus Lucas for Villa, because he's a player I'm really interested in. And I also thought, just in case Jan Villa doesn't want to sign for us, I'll go in for this guy, Casemiro, 79 rated, only 21 years old, Brazilian defensive midfielder with a lot of strength. So I was hoping I could sign him and get rid of Jay Spearing, because Spearing's only got 6 months left on his contract, and you know, I really don't need him for the long-term future. But as you'll see in a minute, Stab Rene do come back to us and actually accept the transfer offer. Look at that. The email saying it was unacceptable comes back, and then the next one saying it was acceptable comes in at the same time. What is that about? But yeah, we were free to offer a contract to Villa. He wanted 80 grand, so I offered 80 grand because we only had a couple of hours left in the window. And yeah, I was just really hoping to get hold of the guy because he is just an awesome defensive midfielder. And yeah, hopefully we can get him, and that'll also free up some wages from Lucas Leiva's departure. But yeah, we didn't need to go for Casemiro anymore because obviously we were sort of odds-on favourites to sign Jan and Villa. But Danny Pacheco is on his way to Sunderland. I really don't need the guy. He's just a centre forward, which I don't think I'm ever going to use. And now Jordan Slew's on the side. I've got enough cover there. But Jan and Villa does come into the club for, I think it was 7.5 million plus Lucas. So I'm delighted with that. You may think I've overspent, but I really do rate Jan and Villa, so I'm delighted with that news. But also Danny Pacheco is off to Sunderland, so that's good stuff too. But as you see here with the final hour of the transfer window, I just advanced it down. I wasn't interested in any other business, so yeah, off goes the transfer window. We won't see that again until the summer, and that is perfectly fine for me. But one thing I decided to do was scout for a future star. Now, I've never done this before. It is probably a little bit of cheating, but I asked on Twitter. There's a link to my Twitter below. I do talk about FIFA every now and then on there if you want to follow me there. I asked whether you guys would be pissed off with it, and every single person that replied said, no, it would be awesome to see you do that. So with that in mind, I've gone for a scout and a future star, and yeah, I'm sorry if you're one of the people in the comments that think that's not right, but to be honest, I asked on Twitter and the general demographic suggested it was perfectly fine. So with that in mind, yeah, I'm going to be scouting a future star and hopefully I can find someone pretty decent. But with that in mind, the transfer window is now shut, so I thought I'd show you what the squad looks like, how I've got it set up, and you'll also get to see a squad report in just a moment as well, because I know you guys like that, and I think it's the first squad report I've showed since I joined as Liverpool manager. But yeah, this is the squad report. Rain is up to 92 kicking, which is insane. Gaz is on 89, so close to 90. Hopefully we can get him there soon. But yeah, some of the players are developing so nicely, man. It's awesome. It's just great to see some players developing and you know, trying to get them into the first team. And it's hard because I've got such an amazing squad, but some of the players are doing so well and progressing. I'm doing my best to try and... I mean, Gonalons, he is a great player, man. He's up to 83 now. He looks awesome. But John Taylor's progressing in like every stat. But everyone's doing well. I'm really excited for the future, and hopefully we can still get a Champions League place. It'll be ridiculously hard, but we'll have to wait and see. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the next episode, which should be coming out for you later on this evening. So yeah, I'll see you then.